Hey!
The start of the video was going to be me meeting you, but now it's got to be that.
Yeah, that actually has to be, doesn't it?
Luke Tarrant is a motorbike enthusiast with an incredible story. When biking through Colombia, Luke was involved in a biking accident resulting in the loss of his leg. After overcoming many obstacles, Luke has used his platform to share his story. He's inspired and helped others in similar situations through his awesome sense of humour. Today I was honoured to take him on his first ride since the crash. Here's how it went.
Where are you, Mr. Luke? I'll text him. Here he is. I'm good, how are you? Bring it in.
Yeah.
Straight in for the hike, love that.
Yeah. Weird knowing your voice and not being able to see your face. There's my jacket I was wearing and fell off.
Oh really? Looking good, mate. Looking
Quite poetic about wearing the jacket you fell off on to get back on the bike.
So this is your first time back on a bike?
First time back, man.
Really?
Kind of nervous, you know.
I'm honoured.
You know what? There's no better way to do it, but it's one of those things where you have to just get it done.
Yeah.
Once you've been on it once, that's it.
Well, I'm honoured you're doing it with me.
No one better. Do you know what I might do? One sec, if I roll this prosthetic sleeve down a bit, there's a small chance if I do this my leg falls off and we're going to have to just go back and pick it up.
Okay, that's fine.
We're all good.
Right.
I've got another leg anyway, we don't need that one.
You ready to rock?
I'm ready to rock, let's do it.
First ride back, let's go. Anywhere in particular you need to go, sir?
Just take me for a spin, mate. Get me baptised back into the biking world. I've actually just said goodbye to my mum. I think she was almost in tears. She's like, you're not getting back on the bike already, are you? I was like, yeah, it's about time.
I kind of deliberately haven't read up on your story. I loosely know it, but I kind of wanted to hear it from you.
I was doing a couple of big motorbike trips, but the one I crashed on was, I bought my bike in Texas and I was driving down to Antarctica.
Yeah.
And I made it as far as Colombia. It took me about 10 months to get there. I was taking it real slow. I don't know what happened because the whole thing's kind of like trying to remember a bad dream. But as far as I'm aware, I woke up in a ditch and there was somebody there telling me not to move. And it was all sort of a bit of a blur, but I have sort of faint memories of periods of the time, but mainly I just remember like a wooden roof somewhere in remote Colombia. And then I ended up in Medellin and they told me they need to chop my leg off, which wasn't great, but it's one of those things where you sort of just have to accept it because there's no other option. Like they tried to save my leg for a couple of days, they put it in a cage, but 2 days later they just said, look, even if we didn't chop this leg off, like it will never ever do you well. So I thought, do you know what, prosthetic technology nowadays is pretty good.
Yeah. Hopefully
we can get back to it using a metal leg or whatever. So that's where we are now, slowly hobbling about on my new leg. Mate, the number of people that have asked me if they could do a pint out of my leg, I was like, no.
How long did that decision take you when they gave you the option?
It wasn't really an option. They said to me, we're gonna remove your leg, and I said, no, you're not. And then about 3 hours later, they brought in like the big dog who was like, look, this thing needs to go. And by then, and I mean it's pretty disgusting, but my mate said it was sort of starting to smell and stuff. It's pretty rancid. So I think it was a goner already, to be honest. So they chopped it off, which you'd think was the worst thing, but actually after that it just got a hell of a lot worse. Then they had to do 8 surgeries to keep cleaning it, obviously from the debris and stuff off the road, so they had to keep cleaning it because it got infected, which led to me getting sepsis. So then I went from normal hospital to intensive care to critical care.
Wow.
And then by the time I was in critical care, it was like my lungs stopped working, my kidneys weren't working, like all my organs shut down. And they sort of said to my parents, because they'd arrived by then, look, it's like we're taking things sort of minute by minute now, like it's pretty bad territory. I was on a ventilator, but then everything just picked up again. A month later they flew me home. Got my first taste of a private jet, although it wasn't how I'd expected it to be. Lying on a rock hard stretcher.
I said to my mate in Cornwall the other day, like early this morning, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go give a lift to this guy, he's lost his leg. Yeah. And he went, well, where is it?
Do you know what? I'd actually like to know. Part of me thinks that it might now be attached to someone else. They might have just been like, right, do you know what?
But they've stolen it.
Yeah, there's someone getting about Medellin in Colombia with my old leg. You never know.
Your leg is on the black market.
It could be. It'll be pretty squashed, but they might.
It's probably gone up in value now.
They might get a few quid for it.
Right. Here we go.
I'm half tempted to take the leg off and hold it. I genuinely think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Everyone's gonna be looking at us thinking, what the f*** is going on? He's got his leg in his hand.
See you later.
See you later, mate. What's your lift? What's your lift? I bet this wasn't on your bingo card for this year.
It wasn't, no.
Right.
Sound effect.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let's go. Mate, if someone spots you now, they'll be like, what is this guy doing? Yeah.
We might turn a few heads.
They were staring, probably because of the exhaust.
He just looked, he went, oh my god. He literally, I swear, he just mouthed, oh my god.
I think in a year's time I'd quite like to be carrying on with my trip.
Oh really? Is that your plan? Is that your intention?
Yeah, get back to Colombia. Get back to Colombia, buy a new bike because mine's in pieces. I'm gonna go and find it and see what's happened to it because I've obviously not seen it. But I'll buy a new bike and make my way down to Antarctica. I feel like I've got unfinished business with that region.
Yeah.
So need to go and get it done.
Is this Quadlock?
Got a Quadlock on, oh yeah. That's what my Quadlock case went missing. When I crashed, the only thing I had on me, when I came round, I was completely naked and I just had my phone on top of me and my Quadlock case was missing. I literally just had my phone, nothing else.
Really?
A lot of my stuff's been recovered now.
Do you like Quadlock?
I love Quadlock. Yeah.
Nice.
I had it on my I had it on my push bike. I had it on my motorbike.
Oh really?
Yeah. And it's the same case, isn't it? So you just click it on everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I think most people do just use it for motorbikes, but like you can put a little push bike one on as well and just.
Yeah. You use code Harvey for 10% off. I just tricked you into.
Oh, I've been influenced.
I just tricked you into my YouTube integration halfway through.
Yeah. It's gonna be teeth whitening next, isn't it? I can sort of kick you in the head while you're driving.
Yeah, if I do something bad, you just kick me in the head. Oh, a bit of a road rage.
Get a bit angry.
Going on. Oh no, he's pulling over. Oh no.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, we can't see.
We need to see.
It sounds like they're scrapping.
Just diffuse it with your leg. Hold on.
Yeah. Should I just go and kick him in the head with my leg?
Yeah.
Oh. Relax, lads. You got two legs. Mate, I've not heard the Harvey hum yet.
I think that was not even supposed to be a thing, but
I'm waiting for it, dude.
Uh-oh, he's winding him up.
I could kick his window in.
I don't even know whose fault it is.
I sort of came out of hospital and before I crashed, I had people follow me on Instagram, but not really. Like people would sort of roughly follow my trip, but like it wasn't that big. And then I crashed, and everyone became interested. so I now I like walk around the street, and obviously like it's quite obvious. Normally I'm wearing shorts. I've got one leg. And people notice the one leg. They're like, oh wait, is that guy?
Yeah, wow.
So I'm sort of like trying to readjust to being in society at the same time as having to readjust to people coming up and recognising me. It's a bit of a weird. Well, it's a bit of a weird place to be. He's not backing down.
Oh my god.
The thing is, some of these people must get into road rage situations and then see themselves on your Instagram about 2 weeks later. Like, oh, bloody hell, what have I done? Well, then, so be it. Like,
yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want sweets? Oh, I'm good. You good? Yeah. Well, nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you. Have a good one.
Just lob them at him. Mate, how often does that happen?
Mate, that was a weird. I don't know whether to fist bump him or like hold his hand. I don't know what was going on there.
Mate, at least you've become famous for riding motorbikes and not just for smashing your leg off. Could be worse.
Well, no, your journey is super inspirational. I think what's been really captivating is your attitude towards it. Have you ever had anyone, like people, reach out and within similar situations, or they've lost their leg and you've changed their perception of what their situation or anything like that? Or
dude, like every day, and I feel guilty about it because I see in my DMs I've got tons and tons of people sharing their stories and sharing what's happened to them, and like people saying that they've watched kind of like the way I've dealt with my situation has given them a new perspective on their life. It's genuinely touching stuff, and
wow,
everyone's like, oh, I can't believe I would have been just crying every day. Truth is, you wouldn't. Like when you're put into a situation where you've got no other choice, you just get on with it. Like there's no option. There's no other option. You either assume your life's over, which is not, or you just crack on and just enjoy what you have got still.
It's an inspiring perspective, and I'm sure you've helped a lot of people change their perception of their situation, whether that's a good one or a not so fortunate one.
Yeah. So. A year ago, if I looked into the future as me and you, and I saw this, I'd have gone, bloody hell, what has happened?
What's going on?
In my head, my foot is like sort of hanging out, and I keep like, oh, my foot's in the way, and I'm like, wait.
What's it called? The phantom something rather? I don't know what it's
Phantom
called.
limb pain. Yeah, it's bizarre. Yeah. It's bizarre.
Is it constant, or is it?
No, it comes in waves. You get like a zap of electricity in where your missing toe, foot, ankle, heel would have been. And it's like it's there. It's as real as someone electric shocking your right foot, but it's not there. It's just so strange. And then sometimes you can just feel your old leg. Like you can feel like you could, you can feel like you could wiggle your toes if you wanted to.
Wow. And you must try, and then nothing happens, or does it make it worse, or like what?
It's actually quite good therapy to do that, because it tricks your brain into thinking that you've still got the foot, and it apparently just sort of rewires itself. So apparently it's quite a good thing to do. Some people get a bit deep with it, and they're like, it's your body like grieving the missing foot and all this stuff. But honestly, I view it from a bit of a scientific standpoint, which is just like the nerves are there, so obviously it's gonna man, I appreciate the ride.
I'm more nervous for this than my test, I think, or like just make sure you love it, do you know what I mean, or like it doesn't put you off, or
that doesn't put me off at all. It's one of those things I think you know deep down whether or not you've got it in you, and truthfully, like there's some things I miss more than anything, and it's riding, and it's also adventuring. Like the two things I enjoy doing most of my life, I can't do either of them at the moment. So this is sort of the first step, if you pardon the pun, into getting back into it.
And I guess this is a bit of a deep question. Have you noticed people treating you differently, or not really, or is education around?
Do you know what I actually think, and it's quite relevant because it's on right now, I feel like the 2012 Paralympics, it became common, like people understood that there are people with disabilities and stuff, and it's something that like I've never had to even think about before. I've never had a disability. I've never been like stared at in public for having one leg, and normally it's kids and stuff, but you have to just go, do you know what, it is unusual, like, and I'm cool with it. Like right now I'm literally like holding my leg off, and people are gonna stare. Like I'm not bothered about it, and if anything, if people can see that like something bad has happened to me and I'm fine with it and I'm getting on with my life, and yeah, all right, fine, I'm now disabled, although in my head I'm not, I've just happened to not have a leg, that's fine. Like I am fine with it, and that's the sort of message that I think people have been picking up on, which is just, all right, fine, you might break up with your girlfriend, you might like have something bad happen to you, you might have a family member die, you might lose a leg, but you're still alive, and you're not alive for that long, so you may as well just crack on and enjoy it. Yeah! Yeah, baby! It's good to be back, mate.
Yeah, man.
You can't see, but I've got the fattest smile on my face.
Go for it.
My lady.
Oh, sorry. Didn't see her.
Yeah, cancel, mate.
Here we go. Back home. Hey, mate.
You alright, mate?
Right, are you a tangy boy or are you a star mixer?
I reckon star mix.
Are you?
Star mix. Yeah, I'm not actually I'm not a big soursman.
I didn't have you down as a star mixer.
I just think they're a bit more old school.
Well, this was going so well up until that point. Wow.
Oh, sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I'll put a bit of Cajun spice on them.
No, it's alright.
Right, let's get this bad boy back on.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was really good fun.
Oh, I appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much for taking me. Break the seal. Now I'm
I'm
an addict again. I'm an addict again, yeah.
Nice.
The issue is I'm going to go home now and I'm just going to be staring at bikes online all day.
You're going to be an auto trader non-stop.
Yeah. Right.
Right, cool. Let's get this stuff off and go have a drink or something.
Let's do it, mate.
Wee. Bosh. There you go. Awesome.